What is going on YouTube? I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap as well as Bityard. Specifically in today's episode, I do want to discuss the very interesting pattern that we all found in yesterday's episode, which was pretty much comparing what could be the S&P 500 to the rest of the market in regards to the fact that if the market starts to drop, if we see Bitcoin break through its moving average, we are almost guaranteed to see a reversal in price in XRP and a lot of the other altcoins. Actually, if you guys looked on the markets, and we'll update you in today's video, they are starting to drop at a fairly rapid pace, and you guys really do have to prepare yourselves for these corrections. So definitely, if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns relating to cryptocurrency, the S&P 500, Roth IRAs, anything money related, I guess, in that matter, you could just DM me over there. Otherwise, if you guys are, ready, let's jump into today's episode. All right, so yesterday I made a post, yesterday's video. I talked about being prepared, obviously, as this huge XRP Ripple news for one of the most, I think, critical things to pay attention to, happens. And this was a photo of the S&P 500. As you guys can clearly see what it is that I was referring to in regards to a reversal potentially coming on the market. And I am fairly excited for today's episode for a couple of reasons. Obviously, our approach to XRP has pretty much been confirmed, as the bearish break on the moving average as well as on the MACD have both confirmed a bearish cross, and ultimately we are now starting to staircase our way down within the current XRP price. So honestly, if you guys got in on and you bought in on the confirmation of the daily close below the uptrend, you'd be profiting right now as much as I am. So I'm doing this in multiple ways. I'm pretty much trading it on Bityard. If you guys have not heard of Bityard, basically I've been using Bityard to trade XRP specifically. You can see right here, basically what I do is I go into the weekly. Obviously, you can either leave these moving averages up, I get rid of them, but there is some sort of symmetrical pattern, as we know, that formed on this coin, and ultimately it just recently decided to break bearish, and that is a good sign for most of us, because this is a confirmation that it is time to buy in and capitalize off the rejection. We can even move it to the daily. You can see more so what it is that I'm referring to. Let me extend this just ever so slightly. Boom, something along the lines of this right here. So you can see right now what it is that I'm referring to. We had an uptrend, we have our downtrend, and this is a moving average that ultimately broke bearish. And you can see that this ultimately sent us into a spiral downwards. Now, I did say, and I've mentioned in multiple videos, if we got a confirmation of a close on XRP below this, bear mark, or below the support right here, it's very much primed to correct lower. Now, if you haven't bought in, I mentioned in yesterday's video specifically, if we close below this uptrend here, below the moving average, it was almost guaranteed to correct lower once again. So ultimately, Bitcoin and XRP are showing some very, very, very weak signs of rejection, and they are starting to ultimately collapse lower. So I would not be surprised moving forward in the next couple of days, we start to see the market dip even lower in price, as we have now practically confirmed that Bitcoin is rejecting its supports and it is correcting lower. And we can even see on XRP, it is rejected pretty much all of its supports, and it is now falling lower, as this downtrend right here is holding a tight squeeze and a tight grudge on the cryptocurrency. So the other thing I wanted to throw out was the fact that we're starting to see these very interesting movements. Now, how do you take advantage of this with Bityard? As you guys know, because we broke bearish, we bought in on a confirmation of support being closed below here. We basically bought in at a level, and you've been holding it with a short position. So it's very easy to do. You can do a market or a limit order, basically creating a sell short right here, typing in the amount of margin you want to trade around with. I have about $800 in the account. So trading with 500 right now, selling short, you could even do it close to, like, if you did $2,000, you could see with the leverage times of 20 times, you would be able to create this position because of leverage trading. So you can make more profit off a smaller margin that you have, which is incredible if you ask me. So with this factor being in play, creating that sell short is capitalizing off the profit losses, and you can see as we start to reject lower and lower, we're pretty much capitalizing off of these movements. Now, the fact that I've bought in to XRP down here when we confirmed the break to the downside and we closed the candle below the uptrend. I bought in closer to 0.23. We're now at 0.2247, so we are making a fair bit of profit, and I'm pretty much just letting this rock for as long as I can until I see a great confirmation to sell off completely. So definitely make sure to check out Bityard. I did link it in the description if you guys are some big XRP traders out there, but the other focus is on the S&P 500. As you guys know, I've said this and I'm saying it again, the past couple of months in January, February, March have shown signs of very, very weak rejection and correction in price, the biggest drop in a very long time. And since then, I've compared that in January, February, and March of Bitcoin, we've had the same fallout. We had the same correction in price here. So I don't know if coincidences or correlation is always causation, but due to the fact that we are starting to reject lower, and the fact that if we look in the S&P 500 right now, you can see we're falling even lower than we were yesterday, there's a good confirmation that the rest of this market is going to continue to head lower. That moving forward right now, as bearish as this may sound, is opening up doors for shorting potential, and you would not be able to do this without using exchanges like Bityard, and that's why I support this so much, because now we not only can make money off a bull market, but we can make money on a bear market and a correction to the downside. So take advantage of that. Consider that when trading, because you can make some fairly big profit. I know we have a bunch of people that have already signed up for Bityard that have been DMing me on Twitter that have been asking me how to trade around with this. I did also post a link, or sorry, I do also post in Patreon, how exactly I trade, how exactly I create stop losses, sell short, things of that matter, how I trade XRP. So if you are interested in that, I did link my trades on XRP and Patreon in the description down below. So definitely make sure to check that out as well. But ultimately, this is going to be the huge surefire sign that we are going to collapse lower, is if we see the S&P 500 obviously dip lower within the next couple of days, and that ultimately affects Bitcoin's price potentially, or even if it is no relationship or causation, we would know that if Bitcoin breaks below its moving average and closes a candle below this red band right here, we are guaranteed to start to see rejection and a reversal in price. The biggest sign that shows that this reversal is going to happen is with the MACD right here on Bitcoin showing a bearish cross. This is pretty much guaranteeing the price to reject lower and see some sort of correction in price. So definitely make sure to capitalize off this, because it is coming very soon. I'm pretty much bearish right now on the market. It's given enough signs to show that we are going to see a correction to lower and lower levels. So definitely make sure to take advantage of this. I'm actually fairly pumped because finally we have some sort of pattern that we've mapped out, some sort of support and resistance that have came to a point of contact that are now breaking bearish, and we can capitalize off the short to the downside. Flashback 3 years ago, the only way we could make money off this is waiting for it to bottom out, buy in, and then capitalize off the run to the upside. But now we can pretty much guarantee movements and capitalize off the resistance to the downside or the rejection to the downside by shorting the market, and capitalizing off the movements to the upside by obviously leverage trading to the upside and buying in. So it definitely opens some huge doors, but the fact that we're seeing a lot of these bearish crosses right now do give us some big signs that a reversal is coming. It does show that XRP and Bitcoin are going to drop. It's already happening with here. That's why I recommend taking advantage of it. Obviously, I bought in. I'm no financial analyst, and I don't want to refer you and recommend you to be buying in. But if you guys were interested in learning, I did buy in at this time, and I do believe we are going to continue to head lower with an XRP, and I don't think it's too late to be buying in and capitalizing off these movements. Otherwise, the rest of the market looks okay. Current coin market cap is obviously down for the most part. We're seeing a lot of volume trickle in as volume is leaving the market. So volume is up and coins and prices are dropping. Pretty much a direct correlation between the two. And you can see for the most part that Litecoin, Bitcoin, and the most of these are pretty much seeing some bearish reversal signals. So I wouldn't be surprised if we head lower. Otherwise, we are, like I said, doing a Crypto TV DueDEX $200 USDT giveaway. Forgot to mention it in the beginning of this video, so definitely make sure to take advantage of that. Link is in the description down below. Otherwise, if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.